Hi everybody, once again it's Caroline Quibell from Roaming RV, and today we want to talk about having a RV travel blog that could earn you some money, okay? But first of all, before we go any further, I just want to clarify, not all travel blogs earn you money. Let's get that clear right up front. There's many travel bloggers on the internet, and yes, some are making some decent amount of money, while others continue to struggle to get traffic, never mind an income. However, if you love to write and have something to share with others and are interested in it, you may do well. So what can you do to increase your chances of success? First of all, you need a specific niche. Now, the word niche floats around the internet a lot by online marketers and business people trying to create something exclusive that people are looking for. A niche that is based just on travel is way too broad. There are thousands of people who have travel blogs, but the ones who are successful are the ones who fine-tune their niche into something specific. Now, RV travel is definitely a niche, but it's probably considered to be a little too broad of a topic. Some examples of more specific RV travel blog niches might be full-time RVing, boondocking, work camping, campground reviews, traveling with children. But you probably even need to fine-tune it a little bit more because those are still fairly broad topics. Now, some of the more fine-tuned niches might be full-time RVing for the younger generation, RVing on a budget, boondocking your way across America. I think you probably get the idea. Try to stay within your niche's topic on your blog. So you'll become the go-to person that if someone wants an information on, say as an example, say you pick RVing on a tight budget. If someone is looking for information on RVing on a tight budget, you will become the go-to person that they'll come to gather information. And that's the point of having a much more narrow niche. You want to become the expert. Now, once you've decided what your niche is, you're going to need a domain name. Now, the domain name is a name that how people will identify you. So identify you, plus it'll identify your blog, actually. You're branding yourself. So give your domain name a great deal of thought and make sure it represents your niche. Now, other things to consider are whether it's easy to pronounce, whether it's easy to spell, that's important, and try and include keywords in your domain name that represent what your blog is all about. So, for example, if your niche is about RVing on a budget, come up with a catchy phrase that's memorable. Something like RVingOnTheCheap.com, or a name that people will remember. Now, I don't even know if that name is available, but if it is, and that's your niche, go and grab it. Okay, I actually like that name. So once you've determined what your domain name is going to be, you can't just decide, okay, that's my name. You have to register it, but you also have to do a search to see if someone else is using it first. So you do a search on a site such as GoDaddy or Google, and see if anyone else is using the name. If it's available, grab it. If it's not, move on to your second choice and continue on until you find what you're looking for. But once you've found your name, you've decided what your name is going to be, and you've done a search and no one else is using it, you need to register it so that you can preserve it for yourself and no one else will use it. And then you can start working on where you're going to have your travel blog hosted. So first of all, let's get your name registered. And it's yours exclusively. No one else can use it as long as you pay the registration every year. Okay, there is a cost involved. Having a domain registration is not free. Once you've registered your domain name, you're going to need a hosting service. Now, for those of you who don't understand what hosting is, think of it as an RV park where you park your rig. Your rig is your domain name, your RV park is your hosting service. So the hosting service is where you will park your registered domain name or your rig, and your travel blog will live there. And you pay rent either monthly or yearly. And there's all kinds of hosting services on the internet, so do a review. There's GoDaddy, there's HostGator, oh God, there's thousands or hundreds of them, okay? Now, I'm going to shamelessly put a plug in for myself because I offer domain registration and I also offer hosting services. And if you are interested in learning more about it, go to my website, Lorac Virtual Solutions. It's LORACVS.com, and you'll find out about my hosting service. But there's all kinds of other providers out there. I do provide the hosting service, and my company is very small. You get personalized service. You work with me. I don't have a team behind me. I do it all myself. I just find it, I like working with RVers, and if I can help you set up your blog post and it helps me at the same time, it's a win-win situation. Anyway, that's enough for a plug on me. What you want to do is you want to create a WordPress blog. WordPress is just so easy to use, but there's two different WordPress. People get confused. There's WordPress.org and there's WordPress.com. Now, both are free. It's WordPress.org is used in conjunction with registering your domain name, the domain name that you've already registered, and a hosting service. It's a self-hosted service. It gives you complete control over your travel blog. If in the future you decide you want to monetize your blog and wish to earn money, then this is the way to go. You want to use WordPress.org. If you don't want to worry about that, if you don't have a problem working in conjunction with WordPress itself, having a WordPress.com / and your domain name after that you want to use, and you don't want to have to go through all the registration and such, by all means use WordPress.com. It's free. Everything's free on it. But you do not have 100% control over your blog. I prefer personally to use WordPress.org and have control over my domain name is registered for me. No one else can use it, and I choose who I want to host it with. Now, WordPress is a publishing software it's really easy to use, and there's a really active community that are, if you need help or assistance, there's always somebody there to help you. And in case I forgot to mention it, it's free. Whether you're with WordPress.com or WordPress.org, it's free. It's the domain and the hosting that is not free. Okay, so if you use WordPress.com, there's no fee for domain or hosting. If you use WordPress.org, you pay for domain and hosting, but you have 100% control over your blog. That's something that I recommend. Okay. Now, there's themes. A theme is what it looks like, what your blog is going to look like. And there's thousands of free templates, WordPress templates that you can use. And just starting out, that's what I recommend. People like CNN and a lot of these other big organizations have used free templates to start out with. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to pay for a theme. Not until you get really good at this and you decide that there is a need for it, but personally, I wouldn't worry about it. So once you've got your domain name registered and you've signed up with a hosting company, you have many, many options for creating your blog. One of those options can be hiring a developer, or you can just do it yourself with a little bit of work. And you can do either one, whatever you're comfortable with. Now, once you've got your domain name and your hosting service, whoever provides the hosting service or who you register with and pay to host your site, they're going to provide you with a cPanel or a control panel. And this is where you control everything that happens on your website or your blog, your travel blog. Most hosting services allow you to use WordPress. So you want to use a hosting service that does allow WordPress. That is my 100% recommendation. And WordPress, once again, is to use to create your blog. They'll also provide you with instructions and videos how to upload it and how to customize your site and your theme and everything. So most of the hosting services are extremely helpful. They're in the business of providing you with a service, and they will do absolutely everything to help you, including me, okay? Once your blog is set up, and then the fun starts. That's when the fun begins. This is when you get to design your travel blog and make it look like what you want. You can add whatever you want. Whatever you think is important to your travel blog, this is where you get to do it, okay? Now, if you don't know what blogging is actually the articles or the posts that you write to put on your travel blog. These probably will include photos or links to other travel blogs who are providing information that you are recommending, and you think that your readers will want to know. The idea around blogging is to have people sign up and receive updates that you place on your blog. You want to build up a subscriber list of readers. And to do this, you need to provide valuable content that they're looking for. Not what you think they want, but what you have researched and know what they're looking for. So you have to provide them with that information. Remember, the blog's not about you. It's what you can offer to others. Now, you need to schedule your blog. This is where I fall down on. I'm not really good at this, okay? I'm all over the place. But don't think of it as a chore. When I'm traveling, I always write a diary. I always update my diary every morning. I document what I did the day before, what was the highlights of the day. So updating your travel blog can be done exactly the same way. Daily, weekly, or whenever there's something important that you think your readers want to know about or what you want to share. You'll quickly realize that if you're sharing good information, your readers will be coming back to your travel blog regularly, and they're anxious for your news. They want to know what's new. So, plus, your family and friends are probably interested in as well. That may be another reason why you're creating the travel blog, so that you don't have to keep sending emails to everybody letting them know what you're doing. They can go to your travel blog to find out. They really want to know what all your exciting news is, what you're seeing, how much fun you're having, and the good, bad, and the ugly. That's a good enough reason to take the time to set up your travel blog before you leave home. It's really, really worth the effort. Now, if you eventually want to earn an income from your blog and you want to bring in more traffic or subscribers, and you want people to find your site, then you must stay compliant with Google. You want to become best friends with Google. If Google doesn't like you, nobody will find you. So you want to be really careful. Their rules change continuously. But in the process of growing your subscriber list, you'll learn all about search engine optimization, or SEO. You'll see it all over the website. And this is where you optimize your blog to encourage traffic, when you're making friends with Google. More traffic means more subscribers, which may eventually convert into residual income. We're not going to go there right now. We'll talk about that later in another video. But the most important steps are to have your blog set up and put some very good content on it and encourage people to subscribe. Now, there's all kinds of email servers available, both for free and paid, that can be incorporated into your blog or your site for tracking your followers or for people to register to receive your updates. This is called your email list. Now, your email list is really important. These are the people who want your information and they want to hear about your travels or what you have to say about your niche. These are also the people who will eventually buy any products you may sell or recommend in the future. Okay, if you decide that you want to earn an income off of your blog. These people also may eventually be part of a paid membership group. That's something you can think about sometime down the road. There's all kinds of ways to monetize this list, your subscriber list. But first, you have to provide value to them. Have them sign up and continue to provide something they need or want. There's free email services and such as MailChimp, or you may even figure out a way using Excel to have your own spreadsheet. And there's paid services as well. I use Aweber. I pay for it. I've been using Aweber for quite a few years. I really like it, but there's nothing wrong with the free services such as MailChimp. Okay, search around, check around, find something that you're comfortable with, what you can manage, and just go with that. They're all acceptable. Now, social media, you hear that all the time, social media. Not only will you gain traffic by having people find you through keyword searches on Google, because you're friends with Google, remember, but you also need to connect with your target niche, the people that you're searching for or who need your services or your information. You have to use social media networks. Now, this could include Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, or any other network of interest to people in your niche. Now, you're going to have to join some of these networks and get involved in them, but don't spam, okay? Don't just jump on there and try promoting yourself. What you need to do is get on, look, read, connect, be helpful. If somebody has a question and you know the answer, maybe provide some information, help them. Get to know people, and eventually they will get to know you. And once they're comfortable with you, they'll come to you or your travel blog for information and help. But first of all, you need to build their trust. Now, monetizing. To make any money from your travel blog, you must have lots of traffic. That may be 5,000 or 150,000 unique visitors to your site. Before worrying too much about making any money, though, it's important to establish yourself first. Get your blog created with good content, adding value, and then start monetizing. We're going to talk about that in the future in other videos, and we'll discuss ways of monetizing your travel blog effectively. But first, let's get it set up, established, and start creating a list of followers. Okay, and then we'll talk about the money is in the list. Thank you. Once again, it's Carol Ann from Roaming RV, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.